Paul Leibowitz, editor of Kayak Fish, and I'm here today with Woody Calloway of Native Watercraft, and he's going to take us around the new Native SLAYER 14 brand new boat.
We have a couple of products that people really enjoy. It's called the Ultimate Series, and we had a lot of requests to make a sit-on-top version of that. Some of the features are indicative from that design, but the coolest thing about this boat really for me is that we let the public design it. Well, one thing you'll notice on this boat is that we put hard handles from bow to stern, one on the bow, one on the stern, and even on the side, just to have that positive grasp. And we also found that when you have a webbing type handle, that when you pick it up from the side, it actually ends up mashing your knuckles.
No more knuckle busters.
No more knuckle busters. And you know, you move back, folks wanted to be able to get to their fish bag or their cooler. So we have an open trunk, we have a rail system with bungee strap across, so you put your fish bag, tackle, cooler, and it's all secure. And this can be adjusted really easily depending on what you're putting up there. You can change the configuration. A lot of rail system on this boat, from the bow, in the middle, and even in the stern, and that just really allows people to easily mount rod holders. And you know, these days you're even looking at cameras like GoPros. You got to think about all that.
GPS.
Yeah.
Well, I notice you have a center console here, but you've managed to keep its footprint rather compact.
There's two groups. There's spin casters and there's fly fishermen. And the fly fishermen need nothing sticking up because they're stripping line.
Yep.
So keeping things as simple as possible for the fly fishermen was also an important thing to do. So having a console, you know, we want to be able to customize it. A lot of people like the rod holder here. A lot of people like their fish finder here. So actually this console lifts off so that you can get to the interior. You can put your battery, all your electronics inside. It goes back in. These are all molded nuts, so you're not like just screwing into plastic if you want to take it off multiple times. You know, a lot of times when you're kayak fishing, you know, wind's blowing, you move a little bit, you just want to lay your rod down. You want to be quiet. You don't want to stick it in a rod holder just to move 5 feet. And so really having a place nice and foamed out that you can lay that rod tip out, being as stealth as possible.
I notice it's ridged here too, so you're no danger of the rod sliding over.
No, no. I mean, anything can happen, but we're trying not to let it. And you know, like having the pads in here, even this is a good area for a tackle box. A lot of people like a tackle box, but even padding these areas, because that's the area you normally are laying your pliers down or in the heat of the moment. And again, this being stealthy while you're on top is important.
That's what kayaks are all about.
Yep.
Sneaky.
Yep. And you got adjustable foot pegs, particularly in the lower position. You'll use these. Even in the higher position, you'll move them back a little bit just to get that little more contact with the boat when you're paddling. First class seat, if you notice, it's really padded, and this is like a microfilament material that just never mashes and water doesn't stay in it. You know, high-low seat, another thing that's really important. This new style, this is new for us, but to be able to go get out of the wind, or if you just wanted to start out from shore up high, you can do that. That gives you a better position to stand up and get back into the sight casting mode and really just sit comfortable fishing just off the floor a little bit.
It doesn't even take a second to switch positions.
It's all bungeed in, it's nice and tight. On the side you'll see some other, just for like your lures and your boxes of lures.
Looks
like
nice perfectly sized for a tackle flat, and there's a strap, a webbing strap to anchor it down there.
Yep. And
then a gigantic tank well.
Well, yeah, the tank, you move back, you know, you still have a nice flat area if you want to mount a flush mount holder, rod holder. And there's a little hatch here with a bucket. Now, this thing really serves two purposes. Number one, if you're going to mount anything on this flat area, you can get in here and tighten it up. But for us in the manufacturing, we have to vent our boats while they're cooking. So we were going to have a hole in this boat somewhere. So you might as well make it useful.
Oh,
so you locate those things to vent and then access the inside. And then, you know, a nice tank well in the back, you know, anything from your, a lot of people use it, well, either milk crate or any kind of rod holder mount you want to be back here on a crate. This is a perfect area. And
you can't forget
and you can't forget the wheel.
Yeah,
you know, being able to grab it and having a hard handle up front. You know, you just simply pick up one end and roll it across the parking lot. You know, a lot of people want a bigger wheel for the sand, but you get the sand, you're home free.
Just pull it on over.
Pull it on over, yeah.
So this is great because it's now a lot easier to load, unload a boat, portage it by yourself.
Exactly.
All right, thank you for showing us around the
appreciate it.
new SLAYER 14.
All right, take care.